My thesis for my précis was, how does parents' involvement in their child's education impact their academic achievement? One of the first papers I looked at was, does intervening to enhance parental involvement in education lead to better academic results for children? The purpose of it was to summarize the results of a literature review linking parental involvement in their child's education to attainment at or before primary school. The main methodology for this research was to involve 9 electronic databases supplemented by other sources and yielded 4,898 relevant reports. Of these, 127 were reports of attempted evaluations to see whether enhancing parental involvement led to higher attainment outcomes. The findings were that none of these studies was a large, robust evaluation. The overwhelming majority, being 121 out of the 127, reported research with serious limitations, and they were almost equally divided between those claiming success and those saying that the intervention had been ineffective or harmful. Of the remaining 6, 3 offered positive outcomes, and these were generally complex interventions in which parental involvement was only part of a package of measures taken to improve results. Policymakers have been trying to raise the attainment of poor students for quite a while. Many people suggest that the biggest indicator raising attainment is how involved parents are. This paper looked into whether increasing parental involvement in families with children at risk of low school achievement will lead to a higher achievement. Since 2009, the National School Inspection Organization strived to get schools to engage with parents, improve the quality of communication between home and school, and develop strategies that help parents support their children's learning at home. Recently, 9 analyses have confirmed this positive relationship between parental involvement and academic achievement across different age regions and ethnic groups. There has also been research conducted showing a wide-ranging review of evidence linking attainment to attitudes and aspirations, concluding that only parental involvement in education offered any promise as a contributor to attainment. However, while these projects did show an increase in parental involvement, the learning outcomes themselves were either not evaluated or the studies did not find a clear positive impact. Most of the evaluations were about children's social, emotional, and behavioral outcomes, but not school attainment outcomes directly. The overall situation currently has an established link between parental involvement and child performance at school, but no evidence suggests whether intervening will improve attainment at school. Despite this, many initiatives have been planning and then implemented to increase parental engagement based on incomplete and flawed evidence. This involves considerable money, time, and effort for those involved. And then in the second paper that I looked at, does parental involvement matter for student achievement and mental health in high school? They went on to say parental involvement in education is important for positive youth development. The study looked at how parents were involved in school, home, and academic socialization. They also looked at different types of parental involvement for academic achievement at the 10th grade level and depression at the 11th grade level. In addition to this, the study also looked at how parental involvement impacted student academic engagement in school. For a total of 1,056 adolescents participated in this study. 51% were males, 53% were European American, 40% were African American, and 7% other. As parent involvement increased, an increase in improvement in academics and emotional functioning also increased. Many studies show that parental involvement in academic success can improve youth development in positive ways. Not only does it improve academic success, but it may also be able to improve the mental health of students as well. Like in the other paper, this paper also states how unreliable research done in the past is. The methods needed to improve healthy adolescent development have not yet been identified. This study looks to enhance previously done research by examining the effects of different types of parental involvement on high school student academic achievement and depression, the mediating role of academic engagement and the association between parental involvement and adolescent outcomes, and whether these associations vary by ethnicity and socioeconomic status. This means they are trying to identify how effective parental involvement in education is at promoting mental health and academic achievement in students by increasing their academic engagement in high school. Parents can be involved in their child's education through school-based and home-based methods. School-based involvement includes communication with teachers, attending events, and volunteering. Home-based involvement includes providing structure for homework and leisure time, minor schoolwork, and communicating parental expectations and encouragement for education and career goals. Students tend to show a decrease in academic functioning if they also have depressive symptoms. These symptoms tend to lead to an impairment in educational attainment. However, there still have been no actual studies researching the link that parental involvement has in regards to affecting the depressive symptoms in students. There are, however, practices that parents can do that are known to reduce emotional distress and protect students from having more anxiety in the classroom. This practice can also help in facilitating a smoother school transition and encourage students to strive in their academics. Furthermore, parent involvement in positive interactions with school and supportive communication at home has been able to help protect students against depressive symptoms by helping to improve students' self-esteem, emotional self-regulation, and self-perceptions. And then to wrap it up, the third paper that I looked at was, does parental involvement matter for students' mental health in middle school? The paper went on to say, during middle school, children face increased challenges such as bullying, mental disorders, and suicide risks. Parents play a crucial role in their child's success and well-being during this time. Studies showed that parental involvement promotes academic achievement, social skills, and peer relationships. However, parental involvement tends to decrease during middle school. Therefore, it is important to investigate the impact of parental involvement during this developmental period. Current research on parental involvement mostly focuses on academic outcomes in elementary school students. However, there are fewer studies investigating the impact of parental involvement on middle school students' mental health, particularly suicidal thoughts and behaviors. Research on whether parental involvement varies by gender, age, and ethnicity, and socioeconomic status, and whether it buffers the negative effects of peer victimization on mental health is limited. This study aims to address these gaps by examining the relationship between parental involvement and mental health outcomes among middle school students, as well as the potential moderating effects of parental involvement on these relationships. Research studies have shown that parental involvement in education is linked to better mental health for young people. However, it is unclear how different aspects of parental involvement impact mental health. Parents' general involvement, such as listening and paying attention, has been linked to lower suicide risk among English adolescents. And to wrap it up, essentially 3 papers talk about how the involvement in parents in children's education has not been substantially researched to provide a link to causes of academic attainment and success in school.